I moved up to 240, okay, during Corona, because we weren't able to train here in Australia. So all I was doing is lifting weights. And then I came back to the mats and I was like, this is too heavy. 110 kilos is too much. 100 kilos was great. Hey, what's up guys? Coach Tom here to talk to you guys today about strength and conditioning. I think if there's one subtopic that I get asked most per day, I obviously get a lot of communication every day, it's about strength and conditioning. You know, people asking, what advice do you have for weights? Or like just generic strength and conditioning work, putting on weight, finding your optimal body weight. So I thought I'd just tell you guys what I've found. So I had lifted weights on and off, you know, in my life before, but I really got into lifting weights when I first started doing my regular training and competition trips to the USA. And I found that, surprise, surprise, the average black belt in Texas, some big football state, was bigger than the average black belt in Australia. So I was like, okay, I'd gotten to where I was based on skill, but then when it comes to injury prevention, being able to do well and win in those open classes, and then just being able to also like perform techniques at the highest level. You know, if you're a racing car driver, you want a Formula One car, you want that Ferrari V8 engine, you know? And so I think for all those different reasons, I was led down the path of lifting weights. So for many years, I did different things, whether it was lifting 7 days a week, literally no rest days for years is something I've done. I've taken it all the way down to, you know, 3 times a week. I've taken workouts that might have been gone for an hour and a half, and now my average weights workout would last half an hour. So I'll just give you guys my 2 cents on it. There's amazing strength and conditioning coaches that you guys can access, and you can look at them to get refinements. But I think, as with everything in life, guys, it's just about the basics, and the basic exercises you want for jiu-jitsu are gonna be squats, deadlifts, right? Some form of hip extension, something obviously for your legs, and a basic like a bench press style maneuver or a dip, you know, an upper body push. Obviously upper body pull in the terms of chin-ups and stuff like that, awesome, or rows. But that's how I sort of think about it for myself. So I'll usually try to just train each muscle group once a week. You know, I don't get to just sleep all day. I'm on the mats rolling every day. I'm on the mats teaching every day. Most of you probably have work. So I really think that you need to have your strength and conditioning program give to you, not take from you. If you're rocking up to training or work the next day and you just can't eat enough and you're overtired and you're sore, I don't really think that weight training is giving to you. Yes, no pain, no gain, all that stuff, great. But at the end of the day, guys, I think as jiu-jitsu or grappling athletes, martial artists, our bodies need to have everything. So we need to be healthy, we need to be strong, we do need it. We need to be fit, we need to be flexible. And if you pursue just strength, well, hypothetically, you could do no cardio, so there goes your fitness. That'll help you grow quicker. You could take, I don't know, drugs, steroids, growth hormone, whatever the cool kids are taking these days, and that's gonna fuck your health over. You know what I mean? Maybe probably your cardio too. So there's your cardio, like there's your health, and then if I pack on too much muscle without stretching, well, there goes my flexibility. So be careful you don't take 1 step forward and 2 steps back. I've seen a lot of jiu-jitsu athletes take it. I found in my journey, you know, since being an adult, you know, I've trained at the upper belts of jiu-jitsu at, you know, 170 pounds in the gi, well under that even. But you'd say 170, and where I sit now is 220. And I love being at 220. I moved up to 240, okay, during Corona, because we weren't able to train here in Australia. So all I was doing is lifting weights. And then I came back to the mats and I was like, this is too heavy. 110 kilos is too much. 100 kilos was great. If I go below that, I don't feel strong enough. Not against a world-class black belt competitor, you know? And if I go above that, I don't feel fit and flexible and healthy enough. So for me, I found like what I consider to be my optimal weight. So, you know, I'm 6'4", just under, and, you know, I weigh 220 pounds. I don't need to force feed myself. I can skip meals. I can have cheat meals. I can roll every day or every second day, and my weight stays at this weight range, and I feel it's my healthiest, strongest, fittest, flexible weight. So in terms of your actual structuring your training, guys, I mean, there's plenty of simple advice out there, but to give you some of my own simple advice, I'd obviously make sure that you're just not lifting too heavy. Injury is the enemy, especially in jiu-jitsu. We're in a high injury environment. Injury is the enemy. So don't go maxing out. No 1-rep maxes. I regret every 1-rep max I've ever done. Okay? So cut that out. Go perfect form. Try to beat your weights every week, sure, but perfect form. Let time make you strong. A good mentor of mine gave me that advice. He said it's going to take you a lot of years to get properly strong, you know, so don't take shortcuts, guys. Don't try to overtrain. Don't try to do some professional bodybuilder routine. Don't go down like angles of just trying to use drugs or something. It's just never going to lead to a positive outcome long term. So my advice would be starting to lift weights 3 times a week. That's a really great thing to do, 3 times a week. I'd even say 2 to 3 times a week. You don't need a lot. All you need is a barbell, you know? Do some squats, do some deadlifts, do some rows, do some bench press, dips, pull-ups, crunches. Simple, simple, simple stuff. When it comes to getting a bit of power, I think like a power clean or a hang clean is a really good exercise that you can do to get that power. Obviously, you know, get a good trainer to teach you how to do this stuff if you don't know already. But then just like, you know, in terms of supplements, I often get asked what supplements I use. And if you're different age to me, you may take different supplements. But for me, sometimes I'll have a protein shake if I'm going to skip a meal. You know, just I'll go to the shop and get a pre-made one. You know, they're overpriced, but whatever. You know, just something to get a bit of protein in me. And then I do take a bit of creatine for, I'd say, probably about 6 months of the year. I just have like a little teaspoon with like a post-workout or a pre-workout, like water. And that's about it, guys. You know, it's not rocket science, but if you just do those things and keep them up over a long term, you know, you might gain, say, 20 pounds in your first 9 to 12 months. It's very normal, very normal. You know, I was very underweight, so I felt like I gained quicker, but I had to eat a lot. But just take it slow, guys. Do weights as something you're going to do for your whole life, not just for jiu-jitsu. Do it for you. Do it for your bone density, you know. Do it for the strength of those ligaments and tendons you're going to need in 30 years' time. Do it so you're not injured at your next competition. And as a bonus, your jiu-jitsu is going to get better. Surprise, surprise. If you're fitter, faster, stronger, what do you think is going to happen? You get worse? Nah, you're going to get better. So I would suggest, what would a typical workout for me be? All right, so if I was going to hit the gym after this session today, I would go to the gym and I would say maybe just do a little 5-minute warm-up, do a little bit of light stretching, and then I would probably move to something like a bench press, and I would start benching, and I'd do a couple of warm-up sets, 15 reps, just the bar, super light. I'd warm up my rotator cuffs, and then after I'd done bench press, I might look at doing something then like dips and hanging leg raises as a superset, something like that. I'd maybe do about 5 working sets for that bench press. And then I may do some accessory work. So if I'm using my chest and pushing, I might even do some, say, like an overhead press or a fly, or even just a dip for my shoulders and my triceps, you know, and I would sort of do those kind of techniques. And then that's that workout done. You know, I got to save energy. I got to roll. I got to teach. I got to play with my kids and my buddies. So then I would do the similar thing for legs. I might warm up with some light leg extensions, move into a leg press, and then maybe some stiff-legged deadlifts or some calf raises, you know, and that will be it. I don't do a lot. Like for me, minimum effective dose. That's what it's all about. You know, get the minimum effective dose, and that applies for everything. Whether I'm talking about a protein shake or creatine or other supplements, or how much weight, how many sets. Sure, lift heavy, lift hard, go for it, but perfect form and make it sustainable. You are going to be strong, crazy athlete if you don't get injured and lift 3 times a week for just a couple years. That's nothing. That's like white to blue belt. Pay the price and you'll be the guy or girl who's fit, fast, flexible, strong, injury resistant. That's gonna be you. So just do the work. That's all I did. I always thought, oh, I'm the skinny guy, but that's okay because, you know, I study so much. Well, I still study jiu-jitsu 3 or 4 hours a day. The only difference is now I'm one of the strong guys on the mat. I'm one of the big guys on the mat. I'm one of the good athletes. I would have said the opposite to that if you asked me 5 years ago. So do it for yourself. Be that strong athlete. Be the strongest, best person you can be, and you'll never look back. So there's my rant. Rant over. Hope to see you guys on the mats. Look out for next week's video, guys. And we've got some new courses being filmed at the moment, guys. We've got some amazing stuff coming out to thegrapplingacademy.com, so check that out. And if you want to get one of these dope-ass tees, you can click the link below for Teespring, guys. Support the channel. Thank you for your support. Thanks for watching. I hope to meet you on the mats someday, guys.